Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Up Your Experience podcast. It's me, that BlaiseMcBaine guy. And with me today, we got Bats. Bats, how's it going?
Hey, it's going pretty well. Thanks for having me. How have you
Of
been?
course, dude. Oh, God, dude. We're just, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I've had a weird week, dude. My mental has been all over the place. And there was like nothing like specifically that's like gone wrong or anything like that. I mean, I mentioned on Twitter and on Discord yesterday that yesterday was 20 years of since my dad passed away.
Oh,
But
Red Man.
I haven't been like thinking about that like too much in the sense of like, is it bringing me down? And so I don't know if like mentally I was just unconscious, it's like subconsciously having that going on. I don't know. But my mental's been all over the place, dude. I relate it more to the A to Z challenge in Smite. It is testing me.
As someone being there for all of that. Yep. I can see it.
It's testing me, dude. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. How's it going for you though?
It's kind of been the same, like all week I've been going through. I had like a stomach bug, food poisoning, one of the two. I don't know. I'm going with food poisoning because I started eating stuff out of the freezer, and that was I have that thing where I'm like, it could be good. Let's try it out, and I think I should get rid of that because I had an awful Tuesday and Wednesday.
You know, it's funny. I forgot about how I blanked out how bad my Tuesday was because
Oh
I took
man.
Tuesday off work.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
I took it off
that.
work because
'Cause we
last night was my
talked.
wife's birthday, and I was like, oh, I bought her a massage to go to. I was gonna drop the boys off at school, and then I was gonna go pick her up from her massage. I was gonna take her out to lunch. I was gonna work on getting her Taylor Swift tickets, and Monday night, Logan just starts getting sick. I
Was
didn't
that
record.
Monday night or Tuesday night?
No, that was Monday night because I was fixing to record, and
Oh
like in
yeah,
the middle
yeah.
of recording, I had to cut the podcast. And then it's because when I recorded the episode last week on Tuesday, it was way shorter. Because I was so worried about Logan waking up sick. Because Tuesday was a time.
Because I remember I like messaged you and I was like, dude, I'm supposed to be in bed right now, and I'm not, and this sucks, and I feel
Yeah.
miserable. And you're like, well, I can one up that, and I was like, oof, yep, you beat me.
Yeah, there was things everywhere, dude. It was bad. The good part was is we
things everywhere.
yeah. We ordered out Indian food for lunch. That was delicious. And I did secure Taylor Swift tickets. So overall, like it was a massive dub. But I have this thing where like when you're a teacher and you have kids, if you take the day off and then you have to go drop your kids off at school, like it's like you went to work anyway, and it sucks. So I can't wait for January 13th, because I'm taking the day off and I'm not going to school that day. Because I'm watching
No.
Smite Worlds.
Ooh.
I've already planned ahead.
Jade Dragons are gonna win.
Oh, I'll get to that later. I'll get to it later.
You're just jealous of the Dragons.
I'm not, dude. I'm really not, but that's okay. They're
You're
gonna
play
lose,
something like Crit Thor. Break
dude.
the game.
I did play. I played Crit Thor last night, by the way.
The slap.
I played it in Domination. It did kind of slap. I did kind of go ham. I did go ham. I think that, but it's funny because I was like, I guess I guess we hop into games of the week, dude. Domination was this week's Smite night, and that is my favorite game mode in Smite. I love that game mode. And
Yeah, I wish I could have played it.
you could have.
I know. I got dragged into WoW. I was already in WoW mode.
Wow, you got. Oh god, dude. I played Set last night. I said I'm gonna try hard. It was me, Hockey, and Asmore hitting the queues, and I went 25-8 in a game of Domination.
Oh jeez.
I was running people down, dude. And my Nuwa stole my Penta.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Bam. You know what? I believe I said that. What was that yesterday?
Sure.
For not securing a kill, and I was like, I don't want to be on the podcast about stealing a Penta.
Yeah, true, dude. You instead of securing the kill, you just walked away, and I died, and I didn't get a Penta. Been getting gatekeeped. At least I stole an objective this week and had a good time. Nev comes in, she's like, "Oh, it's the objector stealer himself." And then I stole a pyro with Merlin. I was like, "Ah, I'm living up to my name." That's a dub. We take those.
I don't know
Uh,
though. There have been a lot of dropped steals lately, like that.
there have, dude. I've had some steals that I really thought should have went my way and didn't.
Dude, that one where you and I both jumped on fire and we didn't get it, it still aggravates me.
Dude, that was one of the Arachne games, I think, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, because
Oh God,
I all
yeah.
in,
I
and then
ulted
you
for
were
that.
like, I got alt, and I was like, I'm all in too.
Oh, jeez, dude. What
And
what
they
are you even
secured it.
playing this week? I know we played a lot of Smite together, and we'll get to A to Z and all that fun stuff. You've been playing some WoW. How's WoW going?
I would give it a thumbs up for now. And you know,
Thumbs up for now.
hey, listen, okay. Every time I get back into WoW, I'm like, oh, this is great. They've done some nice changes, and then somehow they ruin it. Okay, I don't know how it is, but when I'm doing a mission and I get lost somewhere and I can't find the mission for like 2 hours, then I start to hate WoW. It just happens. But apparently, they've changed the UI to where it's more friendly active, so to speak. So, like, you know, you pretty much, instead of trying, you can still download mods, right?
Yeah.
But it pretty much has its own mods in there, which is nice because it makes it a little bit easier instead of downloading like 200 mods just to get where you want. The UI is kind of, I would say, maybe like 200 times better than it usually was because they added so much stuff to it. Easier mission tracking, so I can't get lost anymore. And other than that, like as of right now, it's pretty easy to grind out characters because that was my biggest thing. Like, since I had WoW characters on a different server, I had to start all over again. And let me tell you, doing the same mission over and over and over again makes you not want to play WoW again.
The same mission over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's kind of like playing Arachne.
It's like playing
Uh,
Arachne over and over and over again. Oh my God, dude. This
Other than that, though, it's pretty much just been Smite. I did play a little Grounded.
I was gonna ask you if you touched it. I was actually talking about you and playing Grounded the other night.
Yeah, I talked boss into it. We ended up defeating a Black Widow, and then found out we have to defeat it like 5 more times to get the equipment that we need. And we
Oh,
went,
that's fun.
yeah, we were like, that kind of sucks. Other than that, I've just been playing like a little bit of Lost World, but like I said, I've been feeling kind of crappy this week, so gaming has not been on my mind. It's mostly just been sleeping and going like a zombie.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I've been
So,
okay, so let's start with the A to Z challenge. All right.
we're knocking
We
it out.
talked about this in the Discord, and we're like, maybe it should be you play 3 games, and if you don't get a win, you move on. All right, 5 games into Arachne is when I finally got my win. But every time I played Arachne, I think maybe one of the games it felt really bad. But other than that, like I was doing okay. And on most of the games I had a lead. So like it felt like I could win. And then we just lost.
That's because you didn't get Blink.
Dude, it was just rough.
Hey, you won when you got Blink, didn't you?
No, I didn't get Blink that game.
Oh, dang it.
No. I won by bodying the enemy ADC on cooldown. Then Ares took a few games, but we got the Ares dub. We got the Artemis dub. All those videos are up on YouTube. You can also find the VODs for them. I will say Smite's been good this week. It's been hard but like streaming wise, like we've had so many like new people hop in and stuff. It's been a fun time. My favorite moment of the week though goes out to the special snowflake that joined my chat and as a first time chatter basically goes, "Hey, fat loser, why don't you go get a job, end your stream, like do something with your life?" And Vio goes, "Hey man, enjoy the ban." And this guy replies with, "Oh, if they ban me, these are L mods, blah blah." And I was like, "All right, dude, do you want to like redeem yourself? You got anything you want to say? Because right now you're just bringing a lot of negativity." And he's like, free speech. And I was like, yeah, you know what's crazy about free speech? I can freely not listen to it. And after he typed one more sentence that was, just as bad as the rest of them, I banned him. And I took a deserter penalty for that game
That
because
was
I
pretty
missed
funny.
picking my god. And that's the best deserter penalty I've taken in my whole Smite career.
It's okay though. Twitch took an action against him.
They did. Twitch banned that man. Other than that, we lost a lot of games of Smite that night, and that's kind of how Smite's been. I've been in this weird limbo this week of even when I'm playing carries, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm doing A to Z challenge, if I'm doing like normal gameplay, whatever. I've just been having a rough time. It is like I am not operating on all cylinders. Besides last night in domination, I was having fun doing that, and not that I haven't had fun playing, but I've been getting bodied a lot this week.
I feel that.
I played Donza, got farmed, bro. Like absolutely farmed on Donza. We played our set last night. The first game went great. Game 2, we got farmed. I'm banning Arena from here on out. That's what I learned last night. Because people
I
pick
just think we
healers.
need a healer. Yeah, I'm just thinking we need to pick pocket healer and go. You know what? That's just how it is. We'll be one of those people.
These non-conquest teams like to pick healers, dude. Healers be good. Healers be good. With Fablest. We did get a pretty sick Ares pick up the other night. I got an ult, and then Asmore got a triple off of it in Arena. That was pretty cool. Other than that,
what about that?
I don't know if I did anything else crazy. Oh, I almost won the RDO game last night, first try in A to Z. I was popping off on RDO, dude. I was actually running the lane early against a on her and Atlas.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. I was popping off. But I've been, that's pretty much it on the Smite side of things. We did have another interesting time. So last week, my kids were given $20. I talked about that. But the other day I'm at work and Katie drops off Logan to me, and me and Logan are hanging out and watch basketball team practice, watch wrestling team practice. So I wait for Luke. And then we go look at like the turkey art that's been posted, and we pick up Luke and we're looking at the turkeys. And the janitor comes over and hands Logan $20 and says, "Hey, go out and take your brother to McDonald's, have a good dinner." What the heck is going on, dude?
Bro, where were these people when I was growing up?
People keep giving my kids $20. One of my coworkers goes, "Hey, maybe I need to take your kids with me to eat so I can get a free dinner." And I was like, "Good luck." It's so weird, dude. I don't know what's going on. And even Luke was like, "No, you don't have to." Like trying to didn't matter. It's just strange. So strange. What else? I've been playing Fortnite with Luke.
Oh, nice. How's that been going?
I got some dubs. I've also got a lot of losses because he just leaves. Like today, like we're doing duos and we're doing good, and he just dips, doesn't say anything. And I had to take someone out that was behind us, so he's like way ahead of me. Didn't even realize how far ahead of me he got. And on my way to try to catch up with him, I get in a 1v2. I should have won the 1v2. I absolutely choke. I got one of them down, choked on the other kill. And like he's still like 30 seconds, 40 seconds away from me. And I was like, "Dude, I just need you to tell me that you're leaving, so I know. I need to know mentally what to be prepared for." Because he'll do this.
Me in PUBG.
No, this is worse though. He gave me a challenge, Bats. He gave me a challenge to do during this game and then left me behind. And the challenge was I was only allowed to use epic weapons.
Oh, rip.
Yeah. So like I was like hard looking for epic weapons. And then he leaves me behind. Oh, dude, it was so frustrating. But it's been fun. I always enjoy playing with him on there. We've been playing some of the new Pokemon. I had to delete my save file because Logan started a save file on my profile and named me. Oh God, I wish I wrote down the name. He named me 11PWW semicolon 1PGR 1 or something like this, like random. And I was like, no, I can't do this. Plus it auto saves, like it has auto save functionality, like right from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'd miss like the whole beginning of the game because Logan had just been running around and somehow getting through it. Other than that, I played Naraka. I haven't played Naraka in a hot minute. I played 4 matches the past day. The first match I hard lost because of Logan having more stomach issues. I'm just going to leave it at that. And the other 3 games I've won. I don't remember the kills in all of them, but I know today was 16 in the game. The second game, I got 16. I don't know what the first game was. The first game I won, I don't know what the kill count was, but it was a lot. Oh, 13. So it's went 13, 16. In the game I won yesterday, I got 25 kills in a single ranked game. And there was 47 people in the lobby, so I killed half the lobby.
Let's go.
And that feels good, dude. I don't know. That game's fun. I wish I played it more, but like it's a game I like to pick up and just play from time to time.
Yeah, I was actually surprised you were playing it today.
This feels good to play. You know what else I played today?
What's up? What'd you play?
New World.
That figures.
And I started a fresh start. I started on one of the fresh start servers just to see.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they changed the whole beginning of the game.
Did they really?
Yes. Insane. There's like a narrator now that like talks. The whole starting area is new. You actually, I think you can almost find every single weapon by the time you reach level 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
Which so you can like automatically like kind of know how you want to play or what you want to level early on.
Right.
The blunderbuss is sick. I'm super tempted. There's an Egyptian themed set for your clothes, weapon, armor, like the whole 9. And it's Anubis, Horus, and Bastet.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
And there's a shield called the Scarab Shield, and it's literally Kepri's symbol. I mean, I think it's pretty sick, dude. Me and Kenny have been talking about trying it out, so we were trying it out today. I'm gonna give it a go, see how it is. We're kind of like bouncing around between like we have a lot of people in the community that want to play an MMO together, so we're kind of bouncing around with some ideas. I have an MMO I'm probably gonna be playing next month, but I'm not gonna get too much into that right now because that deals with one of my like ambassador programs. So we'll get to that when it comes up. Hopefully next week I'll be able to talk about it a little bit more. But I'll probably be playing one of those. Speaking of new games, though, did you check out that Fangs game I DM'd you about? Or did I DM you about it?
I don't think you DM'd me about it.
Okay, maybe I thought I did and I didn't. Fangs is a new MOBA that's coming out on November 30th. And I want to play it, dude. It's top-down 4v4, and its creative design or its creative director is X Riot. So like worked on League, and it looks good. It gave me some like Battle.Right vibes. I don't know if you ever played Battle.Right.
I have not.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to give it a go. Other than that, I don't have any other like games of the week, unless we want to talk about how bad the Vikings got absolutely stomped today.
I mean,
40-3.
Okay, it's not 37-30, but
Bats, they got beat so bad, and I watch. Here's what I'm mad about. I watch every Vikings game, for better or for worse, from start to end. I'm a fan. I will watch them lose. I pay for NFL Sunday tickets so I can do so. They took the game off TV today.
What?
Yeah, because it was like one of the like on the actual like regular channels games, like America's Game of the Week. They took it off the television. They said, we're going to go to a more competitive game. And I could not finish watching the game. Because if you go to watch it through the Sunday ticket channels, they're like, oh, it's blacked out because it's on normal television. So I didn't get to finish watching my team lose. And I would have finished watching them lose. And what irritates me about this is, what example does this set for like children? All right. I teach every day to my kids, to my students, to my athletes, that there are things to gain by losing. You learn through failure. And here we are. We're some professional athletes. We're getting their butts handed to them. and we're like, oh no one needs to see that. I'm like, come on, dude. I don't. It irritates me.
Yeah, that is kind of irritating. I mean, then like, what's the point of competition then if that's the case?
Yeah. My favorite comment on the game. Speaking of which, shout outs to the announcers for absolutely ridiculing the Vikings from the start of the game, mind you. Um, like it was just bad. Like at one point, they're like, "Oh, yep, they are who we thought they were." I'm like, "Okay, dude." And why is an ex Cowboys player commentating on the game? Anyways, I have a lot I could go off about right now.
Oh, rip.
My favorite quote about the game though is Malarian in the Discord said, "In solidarity with my Vikings, I'm gonna show up to work tomorrow and not do anything." uh, and that brought me great joy today.
Wonder if I can get away with that.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Listen, boss, I'm a Vikings fan, and you know
Yeah.
what?
And they did nothing. So we're gonna do that too. Um, but no. On to gaming slash entertainment news. Last week, I mentioned Kevin Conroy, the voice of the Batman anime series, passed away. And this week we take another loss of our childhood bats.
Yep.
And
Unfortunately.
Jason David Frank, the Power Ranger man, has passed away. And this makes me sad, dude. He was the Green Ranger.
Yeah, and he was only what, 49?
Yeah, he was 40s. I don't remember his exact age. But I don't know.
And I was gonna say, if I remember correctly, it wasn't of natural causes. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
It was like he had some struggles, and it's
Yeah.
really unfortunate. Which
It just sucks, man.
I would just say this, don't anybody who's listening, don't be afraid to reach out to people you haven't heard from for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I mentioned that yesterday when I was talking about, my dad passing away. Like, don't take the time you have for granted. Like, any time to like talk to somebody, or if you have friends, kids, whatever, like, and they just like make a memory, have a good time, like, take it. It's important.
Yeah,
It makes a difference.
and someone looks okay. It's not a bad deal to just be like, hey, how's it going? What's up? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it's as
I don't
easy
know.
as just like shooting a text over, calling them, talking for a few minutes. Like, that kind of stuff goes a long way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. I Yeah, when you said that, I was like, there's no way we're on the same page.
No, we are. I was
No.
sad, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I just like, if you have mental health struggles, get mental health help. Um, there's lots of ways to do that. I mean, obviously, I'm a Guardians of Mental Health ambassador. You can go on their website. They have um ways for you to get a hold of a therapist to talk to. There's different kits on there. There's different like breathing techniques and guides and videos. You can submit for a kit. You can download one with the PDF kits. You can even go on your phone and download their app. I'm not saying that's the fix all end all, but I'm saying like that's a place to start and feel good about it. So
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's hard for anybody to reach out and for that help. But I don't know about you, Bats, but I know like it's for our generation specifically, like it's really hard for men. I feel like because like we were always like told as kids, like man up, like you don't cry, you don't have emotion, that type of stuff.
Oh, pretty much. Yep.
And I think it makes us for our generation and older, it makes it harder for us to want to reach out for that help because that lives rent free in the back of our heads.
Yeah, it's pretty much if it's not asked, then we don't tell.
Yep. And I'm not saying that anybody else doesn't have problems. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they have problems reaching out for help. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying like that was I very much know that was like preached and told to me as a kid. Yeah.
I would just say it was just something you kind of like learned.
Yeah, I mean you were definitely I was definitely told it. like you know what I mean? Like you need to figure it out. Like you need to quit being a baby about it, blah blah blah. Like that's just how it was.
Man, yeah, it was kind of like hurry up and become an adult, and then when you become an adult, go, man, I want to become a kid.
Yep. You're like, damn, this sucks. But on to more fronts here, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out this week. And I don't know if you've seen any of the videos, Bats, but it's a time, dude.
I actually haven't yet because I
Oh
haven't
my
got it, and I
god.
don't want to get it like ruined.
No. This has nothing to do with spoilers. This has everything to do with the
I
fact
heard
the
there were a
game's
lot of bugs.
performance is very bad. Like it's running at like 20 FPS.
Oh gosh.
You'll get this like random frame rate lag, but not only that, like sometimes like your Pokemon will just like fall off the map. Or like you'll T-pose through a door. Um like
Let's go,
uh
T-pose.
you'll throw a Pokeball and it just disappears. And then you catch the Pokemon.
Hey, I would like that because
Uh
usually I would like throw a Pokeball and the Pokeball just doesn't work.
oh, what's the name of that Pokemon? Hold on, I think this is the name of it. Let me double check. But like you could be walking through the environment. Yeah. Isn't Groudon, isn't that a legendary? Or am I wrong? Groudon?
I don't know. Hold on.
He's the Pokemon for Omega Ruby.
Groudon.
Yeah, he's a legendary Pokemon. I was watching somebody play the other day.
Okay,
Like I watched a video. He was in the wild and it was a shiny.
What?
Yeah.
I need to get this before they fix these bugs.
the bugs are wild, dude. Like it is just I've seen so many videos like just absolutely silly. And I love it. I'm there for it.
Hey, is
now
it
obviously
like a regular Pokeball?
I don't know. It's it's just interesting, dude. Like Arceus, I think, was well received. Obviously, it had its own problems. Like graphically, it could have been better.
Right.
But I think about like a lot of people were complaining that like Pokemon graphically, like it, like why hasn't it gotten better? Why, you know, this isn't the limitations of the Switch. This is the limitations of like Nintendo / Game Freak. And I agree to some point. Like if you look at Xenoblade in Zelda Breath of the Wild, like they're stunning.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild has really good graphics.
If you think that has good graphics, go look at Xenoblade 3. Like it's insane, dude. So it makes you go like, how can they not make a decent Pokemon? You know what I mean? Like in the sense of graphics. And a lot of people were saying this needed more development time. And maybe it did. I don't know. It obviously seems like a rushed product. But I'm gonna enjoy it. It has a co-op experience, and I think that's cool.
I will say it did seem like right when they said they were going to release it, it came out quicker than any of the other ones.
I thought so too. And you know how they are. They like to release in November because then they get a lot of sales at Christmas. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But Pokemon's gonna sell a lot no matter what, dude.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely is.
Like kids love it. Like my kids, my 3-year-old's playing Pokemon. Like is he good at it? Does he understand it? No, but like he wants to play Pokemon. Like they like Pokemon cards. They're in it, dude. So I don't know. But definitely go check out some of the bugs. They're pretty funny.
Yeah, I might actually have to do that. But see, problem is, it might make me want to buy the game.
Yeah, I feel that. I bought the double pack. If I bought it digitally, I would just add you to my family share and let you play it through there. But I don't have it digitally, unfortunately.
My problem is I'm saving up for these games that are coming out after January.
I feel that, dude. I was looking at like a list of like games that are on sale right now that I kind of want to get, and I'm like, but I could just wait. Like some of the Gundam games are on sale, and I kind of want to get those. And then Cult of the Lamb's on sale, and I want to play Cult of the Lamb. I think that's just a funny game to play with chat.
Why do I feel like I have that game?
Which game?
Cult of the Lamb.
It came out like a month and a half ago.
Maybe you were talking about it.
I definitely talked about it. I think I sent it to. Oh no, I sent Boss Timesia. That's what I sent him. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot about. I did a dare drop for this game called the Last Hero of Nostalgia. It's supposed to be nostalgia, but they call it Nostalgia or whatever. Mm-hmm. And It's a Souls-like parody game, and I spent an hour trying to beat a boss in hand-to-hand combat last night. If you want to go watch me suffer, and Asmore said it's some of the best content I've ever put out, go watch last night's VOD.
That's only because Az needs something to happen because he had to restart Dark Souls 3 times because he got bodied.
I mean, that's because Az is actually like good at Souls games, and I'm not. So that's what it comes down to.
I don't know. Those first 2 streams where he started, it didn't seem.
I mean, he's just restarting, dude. You know how it goes.
Oh, dude, I got onto his stream one time and I go, "Didn't we already do this the other day?" I may have restarted. We're not going to talk about it.
Oh my god, that's funny. SPL news. This week was the last week of regular season, so we're now into playoff modes. We're heading into Worlds. There were some funny games, like the Dragons and Bolts played this week, and they just did complete meme comps because their seeding wasn't going to change. In game 1, I'm going to list off the picks because I love Barracuda, but we need to talk about Barracuda's pick. So the Dragons lock in Bacchus, Alpwash, Scylla, Gilgamesh, Thor, right? The Bolts lock in Yamoja, Hera, Thanatos, Geb. Barracuda picked anybody. He locks in Izanami. Everybody else is playing like off roll or just like random picks. He's like, nah, I'm playing a hunter. Game 2, J Dragons ran Hercules, Cthulhu, Baron, Jormungandr, Nemesis. And the Bolts ran Athena, Scotty, Zeus, Anubis, Horus. Do you know what Lasbra's stat line was on Anubis, dude?
Wasn't it good?
Yeah, he was playing Anubis jungle and went 16-0 and 10.
I was like, yeah, I thought it was like something crazy. I don't know. I got mad.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, look, I'm not. I get they're memeing, but to go 16-0 and 10 on Anubis jungle is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But what
Dude,
I wanted to talk about is
I get their memeing. My dragons meme all the time.
That's true. I do want to talk about though, like we saw basically like the last 2 weeks, there was more roster shakeups at the end of the regular season. So for instance, Yarkor, who was support at the beginning of this phase, was support for the Scarabs, moved to ADC, is now not even on the Scarabs. He's off the Scarabs. He now plays for the Kings as ADC. Netroid was kicked from the Kings, and he plays for the Scarabs now. Oberonic, the last remaining Scarabs player, OG Scarabs player, left the team, and they picked up Snoopy Man, and they picked up their coach, Blast. But, like, I just feel like the roster shakeups in the middle of phase, I've talked about this before, it just makes it not feel genuine, man. I mean, is it just me? It feels like a joke.
I don't know. I just see him doing that because sometimes it just happens. But yeah.
But do you think it should be available like 2 weeks? Like you're the last 2 weeks of regular season. I just don't know if that drastic of a change should be allowed.
I mean, I guess to me, it all depends on the situation. I mean, because let's be like, I get where you're coming from, where it's like, oh, we want to win, so we're going here, and that kind of sucks, especially if you're on a team. But also at the same standing point, it's like if you're not just digging with the team and anything like that, it's like you should have the right to get out.
Right. I think you should be able to leave. Right. I think like if you step down and you quit, like sure, you have to pick up a new player. But for instance, they don't call like here's I guess where my irritation lies. For instance, Netroid and Yarkor basically swapped teams, right? But the teams didn't quote unquote trade. The Kings removed Netroid and picked up Yarkor, and then the Scarabs were like, "Oh crap, we'll just pick up Netroid." You see what I'm saying? Like, just call it a trade then, because then at least it makes it seem better. If you get what I'm saying. The whole thing, it's just weird to me because I don't feel like in other esports, like big esports, that you see this type of movement all the time. I think between phases seems fine. Between phases, I think
like this, but I think it's just
no.
think it's just been happening. I don't know.
I mean, I think the reason it hasn't happened like this before is the fact that there was no changes in the offseason. The changes in offseason were just so minimal that like it was just a powder keg waiting to explode, for lack of better words.
Yeah,
I just
that's
find it
true.
I just find it, the week like the last 2 weeks of regular season play before Worlds is when this all happens. It seems very strange to me.
I mean, for me it is, but also at the same standpoint, it's like I'm thinking they just want to be as competitive as possible and like not so much stack teams because I don't even with the trades, I don't see like, one team being as stacked as the other.
No, it
So
didn't do
I,
anything for
I, I
them.
do see my dragons just trolling me again. Like always. I feel like I can't be a true Dragons fan if I don't expect it. But at the same point, it's like, come on, just win.
Mhm.
But like I think it because I like with the Scarabs, for example, I don't know, they've been kind of going downhill for a while. And
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Valks, but the difference is where's the Valks gonna go? Because they're EU.
I don't know, man. It's a time.
Which by the way, the Bolts beat the Valks. So
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately I didn't get that laughter of W-ness.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna rub it in your face or anything. I watched it and I was like,
Dude.
bodied.
I I'm not like saying I'm a Valks fan, but I feel like they just have been going through a rough time.
I mean, they've done decent, and then like the problem is like today they had a lead and then they just throw it,
Yeah.
or they come back and then like they got like a really large momentum swing and they just throw it. But it's their first season in SPL, so like that's kind of like some of the growing pains of that. I do think they're better, and I think I think they'll have a decent run at Worlds. I think they'll probably surprise people.
I mean, it is actually a better season for them. I will admit, because wasn't it last season where they kept just DCing constantly?
Well, last season they were EU. It's a different team this year because they got beat.
Oh,
Like
that's what I was
the
thinking of then.
yeah, this year it's the old, oh god, what was their name? Winter Dogs team with Benny Q and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude, I really forgot about. See, I just kind of vote for Valks because I have a onesie because I had to buy it.
That onesie is sick though.
Yeah, I know,
I wish they would have, like, I'm actually disappointed in the SPL merch this year,
dude. You and you both.
compared to last year. You know what else I'm disappointed about? That the so like you know how we always get the past couple years we've got the Worlds at Home bundle. Well,
Hmm.
now because isn't in person, I guess they're just not doing one,
Wait,
and
Worlds
that
is it
sucks.
in person or is in person?
No, it is in person this year, right? So
Yeah,
like, there's no Worlds at Home bundle for the people not going, and I
that's
think
kind of
that's a
dumb.
huge misplay by Hi-Rez. Because like I still would have bought like a Worlds at Home pack with like a hoodie and stuff.
Dude, I'm still mad that it's in Texas.
Yeah, don't get me started. I like to ignore that. Is it because if it was in Atlanta, I was gonna go.
You're saying
I had a whole plan.
make my way down to Georgia. Here we go.
Heck yeah, dude. I would have driven on over. I don't live that far away.
Oh, I mean, I'm like maybe 4 hours away, but something like that. But
I'm
like,
like 4.5. I mean, I'd have to drive down to Alabama first to drop the kids off with my parents, but then I'd drive an hour and a half up from there. But along with that, there were some Olympian changes. Olympian applications got announced, and they actually put like you can't run for more than 2 years in a row. Like, once you've done 2 terms, you're out. You can't do it anymore.
oh, really?
Yep, which I think is huge. I think that needed to happen because I think it offers like diversity and like just I think that you want that when you have a program like that. They also changed it to where there's no non-quest conquest delegates anymore, which I think is fair. Like I was talking about today, like one of the questions on the application is, like basically, Jake, are you a conquest main? Yes or no? And like, I think, do I play conquest more than any other game mode? Yeah, but do I also like do like non-conquest a good bit? Yeah. Um, But they changed that. But they also changed that the way the Olympians are selected.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be 5 are voted in by people, and then 5 are selected by high res.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because
So I think
they
that's
always get the
interesting.
vote.
Yeah, but I think that makes it feel like less of a popularity contest across the board, and opens up the avenue of like smaller people getting in, which I think is kind of cool. And then last but not least on the news section, I guess, is uber casual smiters that I help run with Leaf Warrior and some others. Leaf Warrior is stepping down from like the president role. You can go on Twitter if you want, but he's had some health issues this past week that are very serious. And he wanted to cut down some stress. So I'm doing all the event coordination over there and kind of running uber casual smiters for now. If you're
nice.
if you're interested in like helping out and stuff, like you can always reach out. Just DM me. On Discord, it's BlaiseMcBaine #4120. But all those links and stuff are below in the socials, so you can check that out. But you'll see some changes there with how things are ran. But like we're gonna have an event next month. I'm gonna get on that, and we'll have a good time. So keep a lookout for that. Other than that, we have names of the week, and then I have a random question. So be ready. But here's the names of the week. I didn't do names of the week last week because I'm an idiot. And during my speed run of not recording while Logan wakes up, I forgot. So let me find out where the heck these names are. All right, we're gonna speed run this because there's a lot. There's pre-owned milk, Thor's third cousin. We have Titty Blaster 69, F6 at 10, please. Really unlucky. Doge Smeller. Super Sleeper, Burned Olts, Monkey D. Luffy, Dr. Slime, Jungle Dilf, Coos Milk, Cash Money, I guess, Glider Holds Click, Booty Clapper XOXO, Lazy Sloth Guard, Boogie Boy, American Pool Guy, Oh God, Kevin Nash, Taylor Swift, Aussie Rules, Onion Mancer, Ol Helen Keller, and then in Overwatch it was Uller, Popper Smurf, Anti Simp, and Spaghetti, spelled SPAGHEEDDIE. Flaccid, Embrace submitted Through My Jorts. Oh, these are ones I read before. I'm dumb. Here's the new ones. Noxus runs on dunks. Burnt Napkin. That's a good name. Take a lap, bud. Pelvis Breaker. Touch My Privates. Oh God. Roach Milk. Root Brizzle. All Man I Died. Oh God. Someone names it. Who names himself Coochie Catcher? That's what I want to know.
Dude, that was hilarious.
Nick Fury. And then we faced a team in Smite that were all league people. It was Best Sejuani NA, Worst Poppy NA, and Pool Party Annie. Death by Toilet.
But there's that one that goes, my team sucks.
Yeah. Boo Do Something. Broken Ankles. Two Stroke Goat. Mr. McNuggies. Vio found Hazer in Guild Wars 2 and Joe with the bow. Then there's Baba Yaga and WoW. Oh God, Gwen's Fuda meat is not okay. Al Capone, like literally Owl, like OWL. Gym Leader Napa, Mark Zuckerberg. And who was in this one? I remember this one. Ligma was a hoax. That was the and Huge Poop were in the same game.
I was waiting for that one.
No Cojones. And then I played Omega Strikers the other day. I never played it. I tried it out. There was someone named Dommy Mommy, and they dominated the game. They absolutely bodied everybody. They were the Dommy Mommy. Mangy Sea Cow. Grab Me Daddy, who I've faced multiple times this week in Smite. Oh no, so many bees was also a name we saw. Clown Fiesta, Burp in Pro Gucci Swag. Sir Butt Pirate. We also faced against Bad Sex, and I fought Kellogg's in Overwatch. That's like 3 weeks of names of the week. That took a while. All right, but here's the random question, Bats. I put this in for guest questions last week for the podcast. And I said, that is not the right channel. Podcast channel. There we go. I said, nope, that's not the right one. What is everyone's favorite piece of laundry out of the dryer?
Ooh.
Yeah. Embright responded with, do blankets and sheets count as or only clothes? And I said, I guess I'd wrote like clothes, or I don't remember what I wrote before, but I changed it to laundry. He said blankets. Nev said pajama pants.
All right. When you say piece, is it only like one item, or can it be like a pair, or?
I'm not gonna say like you don't just grab one sock.
Okay, well that's what I was gonna say. Socks.
See, I say socks too. Now, I think there's a very close second and possibly overtake socks, and that's joggers. Because if it's a cold day, like joggers straight out of the dryer, those kind of slap.
See, but I don't know. I'm also that person like where like I love new socks too. So
oh, dude, new socks are so good.
Socks out of the dryer feel like new socks, and it's the best.
Have you ever heard of? Is it called Pair of Thieves like clothing?
No.
Their socks, dude, incredible. Best socks I've ever owned. So comfortable. I'll stick by that to this day.
I'm looking this up right now.
Along with that, you got any? I've said a lot today. God, that drives me nuts. You have any shout outs?
Just you know what? I'm just gonna. Now you got me looking at socks. You're a turd. Shout out to BlaiseMcBaine for making me look at his socks. But shout out to Guardians Mental Health, because like, you know, as we said before on this channel, like, and especially after, you know, seeing one of, at least it was one of my childhood heroes, you know, the Green Ranger and the White Ranger and the, you know, just all around best Ranger there was. Because let's face it, like, who else didn't pop off as most? I mean, like, the other Rangers were okay, but once the Green Ranger came in, you know, there's going to be some butt kicking going on.
Yeah, you know, the business is going to be handled.
That's why it's like, shout out to Guardians Mental Health, because they're out there doing a good thing daily. And, you know, don't be afraid to go to them, and don't be afraid to also check up on people, man. Like, if there's somebody you haven't talked to in a while and you're even just thinking about it, just shoot them a message.
Yeah, you can always hit me up. I'm always willing to talk.
Yeah, Blaise talks a lot.
I do. It's a very unfortunate side effect. Of what? I don't know. Of something. My shout outs, obviously, Guardian Mental Health. Shout outs to Dare Drops. We got a bunch of fun stuff going on over there. In fact, we just introduced a bunch of new Daredevils over there that you can go check out. Actually, let me find that list real quick while I'm thinking about it.
That must be nice.
Yeah, we have Beacon, Flexi5, Voldaz, Heen, Caldor, Mike and Chill, Dude Man OG, Sinchism, Kale's Dad, Pixter Z, and R Harane. All got announced on the Dare Drops.
Nice.
So pretty sick. I was watching some of them the other day. Had a good time watching them. Shout outs to Ash Basham, Psychotics, and the crew over there for Simpy for Senpai podcast. And that's actually our guest for next week. Cool. Announced that early. You can go in the hashtag guest questions in Discord. If you got any questions for Ash Basham, you know, shoot them over there. You can always actually DM me, or, you know, ask them on Twitter too. I'll make sure they get asked. Check that out. And then our man Majin Busha, who hosts his own podcast under the UpUrXP brand, was going to record this week, but then got offered a special opportunity to go on the Kyle Kerm show.
Oh,
and Yeah, he got to go on the Sauce Network and talk about NFL picks with Kyle Kerms and Sean Redden, and I think that's super sick.
Dude, that's huge.
So shout outs to him and all the cool stuff he's doing over there and everything that's going on with AGL. And other than that, I'm out of here. Bye. Bats, you gotta say bye.
Later. Sorry, I got.
Oh my god, he's looking at socks, bro. He's looking at socks.